All right, all right. Gotta plug my phone in. It is a cold one. It's gonna get colder too. And this work van that I got, well, the heat just does not work. I think the heat works. I think it's just like the fan. I don't know. It's like the motor fan or whatever you call it. It's just not. It's not doing its thing. Because I know it's getting hot. But that's besides the point. Right now, about to head to my buddy's house and work on this kitchen remodel that's been going on for quite some time. You know, going on week 3. Week 3 of this bathroom remodel. Do I work slow? I mean, that probably plays a factor into it. I mean, there's some things that me and him was working on that we really know nothing about, and we just kind of figured it out along the way. And you know, so anyway, besides that, it's gonna get done. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look really, really good. And then I started finally pushed my business brand or name. You know, it took me forever to come up with the name and everything, and I like it, but I was trying to find or create something different. But because this is, you know, I figured, okay, you know what, being out, this is only for construction, outdoor work type shit like that, just stick with this name right here. And then along the way, when I bring in the money consistently, bring in a lot of money through doing, you know, construction, remodels, outdoor work, whatever, I'll be able to reinvest into other things that I want to do also. Because I'm not like one dimensional where I'm just going to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, you know, for the rest of my life. No, I have a bigger goal, like a bigger picture of what I want to do. But in order for me to get to there, I have to do the groundwork and learn what it's like to run a business and this and that. And so this is a good opportunity of doing that. And cool thing is, I'm going to learn. I mean, I've already learned. I mean, more so on the remodel side. You know what I'm saying? Like learning more about, you know, bathroom floors such as tile and stuff like that. Plumbing, such as, you know, electric. Things that I had no knowledge, you know, beforehand. So I'm learning along the way. And what I learn now is going to benefit me in the future when it comes to maybe like real estate, properties, stuff, you know, stuff like that. But on the business side, I made a mistake because I was so heavily invested into, well, first of all, my plan was no more posting on Facebook groups, and so I come up with a business name. And you know, that was a mistake because I didn't post for 3 weeks. Now see, I quit my job July 26th, and then started going hard July 27th. Been posting on the groups, had a lot of people hit me up, and a few jobs came through. A couple of jobs kind of back, you know, I backed out. I had a big job, a big fence job that's gonna bring me in a lot of money, and then the last minute, you know, which is understandable, the homeowner had to pull out because they had already like 2 big projects going on at his house and required more money, and that money kind of ate at the fence, you know, job that I was gonna take on. And you know, if you ever bought materials for a white vinyl, or if you ever installed white vinyl fence, and the price tag on that is a little bit more expensive. So he said wait until next spring. I'm like, okay. For the past month I've been banking on this job right here to get me caught up on everything from my bills to everything, right? But that's one of the lessons learned in when it comes to business. Sometimes in business, you know, if it's not like a written contract or whatever, it could be pulled out. You know, it don't matter if it's a handshake, a agreement, verbal agreement. It is what it is. And my mistake was that I was banking on this one job. That's one mistake. And two, I stopped posting on Facebook groups for the last 3 weeks because I was like, you know what? What I was doing on Facebook groups was pretty like advanced in a way, you know, adding detail, making it look professional, you know, just the marketing aspect, having pictures, and just it looked like in business, you know, type posts without the business name. I just, you know, so I wanted to, you know what, I've been doing that for 2 months now, and I got the bathroom remodel that I'm doing, or just started. Let me go, you know, focus on that. And during this time, I'll wait to post until I come up with a name, a business name to look more legit, and then boom, I'll flood it. You know, I'll flood the Facebook groups. And then last night or the night before, well, actually this last weekend, I was like, you know what? I'm late on my bills. The car leasing, Orbit leasing right now is like, you know, they want their money, which is understandable. I'm late on my car payment, insurance, phone bill, and some other small little bills that really has no meaning to it. It's, I mean, just like, you know, streaming apps and shit, like, it's just bullshit. Like, who cares for fucking Netflix and shit? The only time when I watch any type of movies is like at nighttime when I get home, and that's just you know, just background noise, pretty much. So that don't matter. But the phone, the car insurance, and they actually shut my car off. That's why I'm driving my van like a lot more, which is crazy because, you know, it makes sense now. I didn't think that car companies, insurances, whatever, was able to do that shit. I mean, I've heard about it, but I was like, nah, they don't. Technology ain't that fucking advanced. Fuck. As soon as I started my car, like a beeping noise, you know, went off, and then I got this text message on my phone saying, Orbit leasing ignition lock. I'm like, what the fuck? So I researched it, and holy shit, they shut my fucking car off. I actually talked to the lady that shut my car off. But I mean, I'm not mad. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You don't pay your shit, you know, the other, you know, company can do whatever they want. They could take the fucking car. Am I stressed out? No. I'm not stressed. I mean, the pressures definitely are. Luckily, I have a girlfriend that is holding it down, you know, but she only makes so much money per month. And with 4 kids and holidays coming up, and then here's me, you know what I'm saying, trying to start this business, you know, like go after my dream and fulfill this vision and shit like that. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, you know. Some say it's like you shouldn't quit your day job until you were like, you know, legit. But, you know, it is what it is. So being how, here's the thing: if you're gonna do what I did, you quit your day job and you go after the dreams that you want to go after, run your own business, start your own business. It's not that the only challenge that you gonna have is consistency. Bringing in money consistently to stay afloat. So that way, you don't run into problems like what I have. which is can't pay your bills. You know, I'm making money here and there. You know, people are, you know, I got some good friends that's like, you know, give me some money, you know, for gas and shit like that. But even then, you know, I can't wait to stop fucking dipping. But so yeah, being consistent. And my mistake was that I stopped posting on Facebook groups. Now, why am I posting on Facebook groups? Well, because it's local, you know. You don't post on like X or Instagram. I mean, I guess you could, but what I'm saying is Facebook and Facebook groups. And what I mean by Facebook groups is whatever town that you live in or state that you live in. I mean, if you're willing to travel 2 hours away, 3 hours away, an hour away, 30 minutes away, or even in the same block, like go on Facebook, go on groups, and join all these groups that's located in like all these different towns and shit like that. It's perfect. It's a perfect strategy to get, you know, get opportunities to make money and shit like that. But you know, it's so this is what I'm experiencing now. The reason why that I say that I'm not stressed about it is because I know this is only temporary. I know now, since I've created my business, you know, name and stuff like that, now I'm able to like consistently, and I have a bigger game plan now. And you know, so I'm doing it how the old way that I was doing it. I got this new strategy that's going to, and so I posted like last night, right? Or not last night, but the night before, and all day long. And oh my God, the feedback that I got was very positive. Very, very positive. So much as I got people sharing, you know, my shit, and I never got that. But because I look more legit, and you know, like I don't really share anybody's shit like that, but I mean, you feel more comfortable if the person that you're sharing their business looks legit. And you know, I don't know, you're just trying to, and people are just trying to help me out by getting my name out there, because that's the goal. The goal is, for me, is to be statewide, state motherfucking wide, and worldwide. Statewide, worldwide. Now, is it gonna take some time? Sure, but if you do it, I don't know. You just gotta believe. You know, sure, yeah. There's like thousands and thousands of other dudes out here that's no different than, you know, from me. He's got tools, and hey, I'll come build you a deck, or hey, I'll remodel your bathroom, or hey, I'll rake your leaf. Yeah, there's you have that. So there's gonna be competition out there. But here's the thing: if you already have the skills, or you already have like the know-how of doing it, now the only thing that you got to do is learn how to market your stuff. And I study. I look at other businesses locally, and even the guys that I know, and they don't have the marketing. Is just not there. They got the, like, hey, I'll build you a house, you know what I'm saying? They got the skills, they got the crew and everything else like that. But here's a little old me who doesn't have that many skills and don't have that many knowledge, only except for like the, you know, just here and there. Like, I know of things, and if I don't know things, and I know people that do, and I'm gonna call them up, or I'm gonna go on this phone, Google, YouTube. I mean, you know, it's like right there. You can teach yourself anything right there. So, you know, the point is, you can't come up with any excuses of why you're not being consistent. I made a mistake by not doing so. Like, hey, Zach, maybe in the meantime, while you are working on this bathroom remodel and while you're coming up with a business name and stuff like that, how about you know, still post in all these groups so you could bring in a little bit of money. You know, hey, come mow my yard, or hey, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's, you know, it's fun, to be honest. Like, this shit is fun. Now, a lot of people will be saying like, oh, now before I did quit my job, framing houses, you know, waking up early in the morning, traveling 2 hours, you know, there, then 2 hours back. I just, it was just, after 4 years, it was just like, it wasn't fun anymore. And the dynamic of the crew just kind of like, I don't know, just on my end, it changed for, it was just too many chiefs and not enough Indians. You know what I'm saying? When you're running a crew, you got the boss, you got the foreman, and then all the other guys below that foreman, they're just, we're just the followers. We're learning. You know what I'm saying? But in this crew, it just, some people got fired, some people quit, you know, and I've been there for 4 years, and I've seen people come and go. You know what I'm saying? 4 years isn't that long, but long enough for me to see the dynamic of the crew and the quality, I guess. Because when you have a good quality type crew or team, no matter what work that you are doing or the job, it's gonna make the quality of work a hell of a lot fucking better. You know, too many people is in a rush. Gotta build this fast. Okay, well, with me, if I rush myself, you know, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. And then the mistakes that I've made, that's gonna take me longer to fix. When if I would just, you know, what's that saying? Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. As you know, when your team is operating very smoothly, then the work's gonna get done like fast and correct, you know. But it's just, you know, and then it didn't help like that I fell and I broke both of my wrists and was out for 6 weeks, because before that I was on top of my game. You know, I was reading blueprints, keeping up with my foreman. I mean, there's days where it was just me and my foreman on the job site, and we're setting up 20-foot walls and setting up like 25, 35-foot trusses and shit like that. You know, I'm up there, you know, setting up, and he's down there in the sky lift, and you know what I'm saying, like set it in place. I go nail my end, he'll get out, climb the ladder, nail the other end. I mean, that's how that shit, I'm telling you, like, that's one thing that I do miss. I miss, before I broke both of my wrists and was out, you know, those last few weeks, that last month right there, last 2 months, you know, it was good shit. It was very good shit. But after I broke my wrist, and after the 6 weeks, you know, coming back, I didn't go to rehab like probably what I should have. I just went right back in, and it was frustrating. It was frustrating because, like, it's like the pace. I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys like experienced that, but where you're out and then come back in, you're just not the same. You know, and then the dynamic of the crew is just not the same. And I mean, obviously it was a me problem, but it's just, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Now moving forward,